All right. Hi, everybody. It's me, Contrary Motion, back again with another Suikoden Sunday. We're here getting close to the end of Suikoden 5. All that remains in the war is for us to take back Solfalena. And then after that is the last dungeon. Stormfist is already in our grasp. Kilderic is dead. We killed him ourselves. But I think we're not getting Killy this turn. I did as much research as I could. And short of asking KF Crispy, who I have not seen around lately, which is too bad because he has a recipe named after him in Eiyuden Chronicle. I imagine it's him. So I wanted to mention that. But yeah, short of asking him about it, I think we've not done it. I think I think you still have to free Killy from the prison, for the alternate recruitment to work. Either that or you need to have Leon in the party. But I think the recruitment deadline happens... I actually don't know when the deadline to get all the recruits is in this game. But it may be that you need Leon in the party for the scene with Killy on the bridge at the headquarters to trigger, because she might speak in it. I actually couldn't find a recording of it, and I didn't go back through my previous playthroughs to try and find it, because I would have had no idea where it was. But in any case, we'll... So, like, certainly if that scene doesn't trigger, you can't get Killy. So I'm not going to go through the ruins again, but... So we'll see. This may be my first imperfect non-108 star playthrough of Suikoden 5 ever, I think. Because I'm pretty sure I got all the stars the first time I played it. I'm curious whether I will get all the stars in Eiyuden, because I'm trying really hard not to look anything up or use any guides. I have cheated a couple of times. But I have to say, I wish I were happier. I wish I were happier playing that game than I am. It's not bad. But if I were to put it on a, like, with the Suikoden games in terms of how much I like it, I would say it's gonna be above 1 and 4, but after 3, 2, and 5. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I think actually we're just going to march on Solfalena. Killy scene on the bridge. You almost certainly can't recruit him without it triggering. And it may trigger if you don't free him from the prison, but you may need to have Leon in the party for it to trigger, because it's possible that maybe she talks in that scene, and so if she's not with you, then it can't trigger. This is the only reason I can think of that, like, you have to do his stuff before the Queen's campaign. But I couldn't find a recording of that scene anywhere. And I didn't want to go through my last playthrough looking for it, because I have no idea where it would have been. But I don't know when the cutoff for recruitment in this game actually is. I think it's before going to Solfalena. It's gotta be.
It's just about over, Your Highness.
It's been a rough ride. As rough as a ride in a mining cart. Not one of my carts, mind you. A human cart, I mean. We beavers have been as busy as, well, busy as beavers.
Ugh, that is not his voice.
And we thank you all, human, dwarf, beaver, dragon horse.
Yep, and now it's time for the final battle.
Sure took long enough. We, the Dragon Cavalry, shall ride into battle and deliver Godwyn a crushing blow, Your Royal Highness.
We'll be ready for battle tomorrow, Your Highness. What do you think?
Well, I mean, realistically, there's nothing for me to do. So I guess tomorrow it is.
Very well. Get a good night's sleep, everyone. You'll need it. And one more thing. I need not remind you that Solfalena is home to the Sun Rune. The Sun Rune possesses devastating power. It's said that it once reduced half the continent to ashes. It's highly unlikely to happen again, but it can't be completely ruled out either. I simply ask that those who fear for their lives leave the castle tonight, no questions asked. If you need food or money for your travels, please take it. And make sure this message gets to everyone.
Indeed. With the same music. That is one of the things about Eiyuden that makes it not feel like a Suikoden game, is that obviously they couldn't use the series music that gets reused, or the series monsters that get reused.
I'm gonna protect Lucretia right through the final battle.
I'll have a front row seat to witness my lady's brilliance during the siege of Solfalena. Please turn in early tonight. We're going to need you at your best tomorrow, Your Highness.
Nobody here. Oh, anti-Sileads.
Huh? Oh, Prince. I thought I heard someone in here. You shouldn't enter a lady's room without permission, you know. This room, it's just the way she left it. All right, Prince, after you. I'll go ahead and lock it up. Hey, don't worry. I'm not going to go through her private stuff. No need to if you catch my drift.
Oh, this is where you find out that they were sleeping together. Yeah, the fur balls. I mean, they never have the same names because the translators didn't keep them consistent, but there's so many recurring enemies. The sun guys with the discs and the armor.
Wish there was still a reason for me to stay up late around here.
The axe rabbits.
Little Lim was so beautiful at her coronation ceremony. She was so nervous and so sad, like a delicate ice sculpture that looked as if it could collapse at any time. She looks so much better when she's wearing that cute smile of hers. Let's bring back the little Lim we all know and love, shall we? Don't worry, I know you can do it, Frasiador.
Well, thank you, Cousin Haswar. Where did Gare go? He was right here, wasn't he? Could have sworn. Maybe that was before the night scene started. I don't think there's actually anybody in the war room. Look at those reflections. We don't need ray tracing.
Here to gaze at the stars as well. Licknot calls me Traveler of the Night and Bearer of Stars, but I hardly deserve such a title. Though I see the stars that dwell within each of you, I could not possibly hope to know where fate may take you. And I myself am simply one star among many.
One among 107, to be precise. That could be.
I'm planning to leave this country. That is, after the war's over, of course.
Once we retake Sulfalena, I can get my hands on the rest of those tablets. Maybe then I'll be able to figure out where they came from.
So frustrating. So frustrating. I can't believe I made that mistake.
Oh well.
Anybody can make a mistake. I think the last time because Zweiga's a new character in this game. What I was saying was that when Jack played Suikoden 2 on stream last time, she forgot to recruit Futch and Humphrey. They do have a very narrow window.
Your Highness, please tell Milady to relax a little bit. I feel so sorry for her. Milady always seems to be brooding over this thing or that thing. This castle is actually quite a scary place. And I'm not talking about the castle itself, rather what's in it.
Students of rune magic are an interesting lot.
Oh, so something is terrifying about Jean, I guess. I am not doing this.
Damn it, note takers again. And I thought the ladies would be biting like crazy before the big battle. Yeah, I can't figure out why they don't like me.
Oh, you can't?
Wait, this is no time to be carrying on like this. I just gotta stop being so picky. I'm gonna propose to one lady after the other until one of them says yes. I'm gonna get engaged tonight no matter what. One of them will get it. I just know it.
The dogs can see her true form? Wait, does that mean you can see her true form when you are a dog? I don't remember anything like that.
They say this will be a decisive battle, but all battles are decisive. Do not be too concerned. A blade sharpened too often will easily shatter.
Thanks for your wisdom, Zagai.
When this is all over, let's throw a crazy party. I don't have much luck with that stuff usually. I always disappear before the food comes out. But not this time. This time I'm gonna eat no matter what.
I think I'll spend tonight tending to my collection.
Can we go everywhere? Guess we can. Oh, there's Garrick.
What's wrong? Can't sleep?
Oh man, my eyes are really dry.
You're thinking about Xyletes. I almost feel like I get what she's doing, but not quite. But don't worry about that. I'm behind you and Lynn till the very end. Don't you forget it.
This is the first time I've told anyone this since I came to Folena. When I was a little younger than you are now, I made a terrible mistake in battle. Because of my arrogance and carelessness, I got caught off guard and took a blow to my left eye. Just when I thought I was done for, Ferid saved me. I'm your ally because I owe Ferid my life, and because I made a promise to your parents. But those aren't the only reasons. The biggest reason is because I've seen enough to know you're worth it. And everyone in this castle feels the same way. We're gonna win tomorrow. I'm sure of it.
Oh, I see. Actually, that does sound familiar. No, I don't want to do this. I'm going to go everywhere else first.
Oh, Your Royal Highness, you're most welcome to observe our ritual. It's a tradition among the Dragon Cavalry to play the flute on the eve of major battles. It's a most sacred ritual. We, the Dragon Cavalry, will do our best to honor Your Royal Highness's presence. Sarug, Sarahal, are you ready to commence the ritual?
Indeed, Commander.
You got it, Commander.
Rania, you may play till your heart's content tonight. To be in harmony with others is a beautiful thing.
Come on, Yorin. Nick's no good, so how about you join in?
Ray, I'd love to.
Ah. Now then, Dragon Cavalry, commence the ritual.
So, obviously these must be different flutes to their normal flutes, which they make a big deal about the fact that we can't actually hear.
Quack, quack. Quack. Quack, quack.
Oh, we can't talk to any of them now. Oh, except for Nick.
If I'd known I'd get to do some cool ritual, I would have practiced. They never tell you stuff like that.
How could they not tell you?
Have I ever heard about the Sun Rune going berserk in ancient times? Doesn't ring a bell, young one. And I've lived a long, 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 long time. So, if something like that had really happened, I would know, young one. Ah, yes, young one. What was your name again?
Indeed.
Your Highness, please try to get some rest tonight.
I'm not sure if we'll finish tonight or not. I always, underestimate how long the end of the game is. I could probably use an extra week to finish Aiden on my own. I'm also going to have to take at least... I may have to take 2 weeks in a row off when we go to Montreal Fringe. Thari wasn't here before, was she?
Deathblow Georg. It would seem his fate has been linked with Felena. Sorry, it's just that I find him a bit interesting. He's famous in one corner of the northern continent. I must seem like a spy, I know. Let me share some information with you to show that I have good intentions. I belong to a certain organization from a certain country. They sent me here. Lucretia's here for a different reason. She studied military strategy back home, but she wasn't sent here. She's here of her own free will. She's not influenced by that certain country's aims. She does not work under anyone else's orders. I assure you this, Your Highness. There's absolutely no reason to harbor any doubts toward her.
I don't think I... Did I know that Lucretia was Harmonian, I guess? I must have. Yeah, but I mean... The final dungeon is long, but is it 3 hours long is going to be the question.
Let's see, fertilize, weed. I gotta do everything I can today while I still have the chance. I mean, once we go to battle, I won't be able to tend to these guys for quite some time.
Well, we filled most of the farm. One thing that I do like about Eoden is that because they didn't keep the Suikoden inventory system, you can use foods more easily without having to like make a sacrifice. However, at least so far, none of the foods that I can make are very interesting.
Mueller, he's the best.
Would you mind getting rid of this fool? He won't shut up about ladies, baths, and banging bodies.
What, where is he? He's not here. But where should he be? How odd. I wonder if that's a bug. Unless he's in the inn or something. Hey, it's Shun.
If Godwin wins, I bet they'll keep the gladiator system. But we're not gonna let that happen. We'll make sure of it. I was just talking with Toma. He was talking about what he wanted to do in the future. And it's got me thinking. The elders over at Raj's, if that's who you're looking for. A bunch of the old-timers are getting together for tea. Everyone took an early bath, so we're already closed for the night.
We better win tomorrow, human. If we lose, that stupid bald human's gonna zap all us beavers.
I think it's this one. It didn't happen to me this game, though.
Until recently, I never would have thought it possible for me and my siblings to work toward a single goal. Nor did I ever imagine we'd be working together with humans and dwarves. You sure opened our eyes, Your Highness. No. Come on, Prince. Join in. No.
Oh, Your Highness, mind keeping me company if you have a minute? Yes, an exclusive interview. Prince Frasiador speaks out on the eve of the final battle. Gotcha. I was kidding, of course. Who'd write a cheesy article like that? My father served Lady Isabel's father, but I'm not merely following in his footsteps. I wanted to personally protect and support Milady's aspirations. Protecting her is not only my duty, it's my desire as well. I imagine Lady Leone feels the same way about serving you, Your Highness.
Oh, you know,
Subal always used to come over when we were little. She was a lot cuter then, and nicer too. But then the ugly stick came and bam, mean as can be.
Why, Your Highness, care to join me? You're more than welcome. After all, we're like family now.
Prince, you gotta find yourself a good lady. After what happened to your mama and your papa, you need someone close to you, I think. But I'm sure them girlies will be throwing themselves at you after the war, you being a war hero and all. You had a hell of a time getting Kasara to say I do. I ain't thinking you're gonna have the same problem, Prince.
No, the prince has a different problem.
I said I didn't want to hear none of it. But Sarah wouldn't listen.
Log's wife is out of his league, frankly, but I'm happy for him. I used to be married, but my life left me because of my drinking problem. Either that or she got freaked out by Lord Barrow's underlings, constantly spying on me. When this battle is over, I'm gonna go fight her and try to straighten things out. Alright, Norden.
The character of the Ethelbalds will be called into question if I wish misfortune onto the House of Godwin, so I decided to restrain myself just for tonight. But I just can't do it. I keep getting this stupid grin on my face whenever I think of the imminent demise of those filthy Godwin devils.
Is this Haleth? Yeah.
Log sure did reel him a prime catch. Back in the day, the two of us lived life more dangerously, in many aspects. Never figured him one to settle down. Oops.
I sort of wish I hadn't stumbled on the Dragon Cavalry as early as I did. Most enemies defeated. Miyaki's is still greatest healer. Georg, most damage. I wonder when that was. It must have been recently. Or I wonder if it's cumulative across games. I am not muted. As far as I can tell, anyway. Nobody here. Fake door. We love a fake door. Alright, well, I guess we'll go up a floor then.
Should the ruinous light cover the land, Eresh must once again open the door and descend into the darkest depths. Perhaps Eresh's meeting you was meant not to prevent that from happening, one chosen by the Dawn Rune.
You provided me with a treasure trove of ancient tomes, a delightful yield for which I deeply thank you.
Ah, here's the old-timers meeting.
At my age, I should really be at home relaxing. But you brought me out of retirement, so to speak. You sure are a handful, Prince, and you keep me young, too. I never thought I'd live to see the day when beavers and humans were able to get along so well.
Now I only live to see your highness's victory. I could die in peace. No, if only he could live.
Gokuraku. Hi, Spice Stoner. How you doing?
Hey, Sonny, what do you want? This is a gathering for us old-timers. We don't need you young whippersnappers. I'm just pulling your leg. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. Drink up, lad. That is, if you like tea.
Looking at what you want to play tonight?
No, your highness.
Oh, no, that's not what I did for him. I don't even remember. This is the hardest part of the game for me, voice-wise, because I can never remember what everybody does or sounds like.
No, your highness. You know just how to flatter us old folks.
Well.
I never thought I'd still be able to work so hard at this age. And it's not just me. The people of Lord Lake probably think so too. It's only possible because you saved us from despair, your highness.
Have you made much progress in Eiyuden? I'm like 40 hours in, but I'm still only 8% of plot. A little bit of that is because I've fallen asleep with it on, but I've been really taking my time in a way that I probably didn't need to.
I think the map of Felena should be just about complete now. There were many times when I feared I'd have to redraw major portions, but Your Highness came through every single time. I'm sure His Majesty Farid rests in peace thanks to Your Highness. It's been completely quiet south of Stable. It would appear that the Arma's Southern Mountain Corps have ceased hostilities, just as Shula said. We should have no problem focusing on Solfalena now.
I don't know why I can't read anything tonight. That's odd if you're getting the game soundtrack, but not me. Because they're definitely both going into OBS. Obviously, if you can't hear me, then it's pointless for me to comment on this.
I could never say this in front of Master Levi, but I want to do some really crazy magic myself without any help from him. But I wasn't born in the right body for that.
I've been able to forge lots of weapons.
No, that's not what Dongo sounds like.
I've been able to forge lots of weapons thanks to you, Prince. It's been great training and a whole lot of fun. Thanks.
One of the mini games. Oh God, what did Zunda sound like? I can't remember.
Waban thinks quite highly of you. It's the first time I've heard that crotchety old geezer compliment anyone. He doesn't even compliment dwarves, let alone humans. But we dwarves are a selfish lot. We probably wouldn't have joined your cause if not for our own interests.
I'm sure that wasn't what I was doing for her, but it doesn't matter. Is anybody here? No, just Toma.
Hey, Prince. How did Leon become a Queen's Knight? Huh? She's not one yet. Well, she's all strong, but she's just a helper? Valen and Roy both look real mad. I told them they should try to get along before the final battle. Roy got all mad at me. You know what he said? He said, "Don't say it's the last battle. Not like we're gonna die or anything."
Right, because Gary and Emma are like their ancestors. Gary does look like Maximilian. And isn't their whole thing that they're going around to be where they're most needed?
Where's Roy wandered off to now?
Why do I look like this tonight? The power of the rune... Oh, why do I look like this tonight? The power of the rune weakens on nights when the moon is full. Only then can I remain in human form. I'd really like to have a long chat with you too, Prince, but you'll have to excuse me. I ask that you let me spend this precious time with Norma.
Sorry, Prince. I want to chat with Ernst alone tonight.
It's going to be a long time before we can put anybody in the party. What did Orok sound like? Prince, you of all people should know. Simplistic thinking like Volga's doesn't cut it in this day and age. Am I right? I'm right, right?
Hey, Prince, would you please tell him that blasted Orok is a huge pain in the neck? He just never learns.
I'm so sorry about the way they're acting, Your Highness. After all that effort you put into getting Lelkar back on its feet. I'm quite embarrassed by their behavior, but please don't let it get to you. They don't really mean it. Hey, Monica, were you not here when I put Rug in the party last time?
Commander Shula was frighteningly pretty when he was about your age. Though still attractive, he's no longer pretty. But I didn't pledge loyalty to Shula's good looks. I'll continue to serve him as long as I live, even after he ages into a wrinkled old prune. Still, I secretly wish he'd remain that pretty boy I once knew. You too will mature from pretty to attractive. What a shame.
In terms of... I'm not quite sure what the question is. Oh, who do I like better of all the Maximilian Knights? I don't know. I probably like Maximilian and Sancho. Who do I like using the best? None of them, really. Like if I had to use them, I mean, you're forced to use Fred a lot in 3, so in that sense it doesn't bother me, although Rico's kind of useless. Fred is at least a pretty good tank with a shield.
When I said I wanted to join your side, it was merely an excuse for me to observe you firsthand. I wanted to see what kind of character you truly had, Your Highness. Don't take this the wrong way, but until recently you were rather inconspicuous despite being the prince. But since this is common in Felena, it attracted little attention in Armis. But you were invincible from the war's outset, and you even repulsed Commander Spana's invasion with no trouble. So you could imagine why I'd take an interest in meeting a man of your fine caliber. Had I not come, I would have regretted it for the rest of my life. It was a truly wise decision. If Felena is able to be in the hands of one such as you, Armis would be foolish to attack your nation. I'm most sure of that. There's neither a more trustworthy ally nor fearsome foe than you, Your Highness.
Yeah, that's a problem. Matthias, I don't know. I was using him earlier on in this game, and I guess he has some skills that can be useful. Like, he has that spear skill that allows him to hit multiple people, which I suppose would be pretty good if you upgraded it.
Commander Shula's considering establishing friendly relations with Felena after the war. There may be some bad blood between our nations, but most people in Armis don't wish to be enemies with Felena. Your Highness, please keep an open mind regarding this matter. Being that we are dealing with Your Highness, I'm confident that we have nothing to worry about. This is not Hermes. Why must a fashion diva such as myself come face to face with my fashion faux pas of a brother? It is absurd, incomprehensible, entirely disagreeable. I noticed your little sister sticks to you like glue. You should be careful. Little sisters can feel suffocated by all that attention, especially if they fancy themselves fashion divas. I was just speaking in vague generalities, of course. I wasn't referring to my situation in the least.
Yeah. He is definitely a one-joke character. There's a one-joke character in Eiyuden that's starting to annoy me, actually, because of how often the joke happens. Oh, here he is.
Prince, how you doing? Too bad the women's bath is already closed, huh? I know. Say no more. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I mean, you like the ladies too, after all. Catching a glimpse before the decisive battle sure would provide that extra motivation, huh? Ugh.
Wait, what did he say?
Last night to catch a glimpse of that banging bodyguard.
Obviously Josephine's not in her room. Okay. Okay, so we've already done all of this. Let's go up the other way. There's so many people to talk to. More Zillia tonight? I've still only played Fantasia.
As a swordswoman, I shouldn't be saying this, but I detest war. It makes me realize that swordsmanship is nothing more than the art of killing. Still, when war is inevitable, a swordsman's duty is to shed blood in the place of the helpless masses. That's why we must hone our skills and push ourselves further than others. At least, that's how I justify it. Forgive me, my liege. You need not tolerate such inane rambling from one of your servants.
Isn't it great now that the gladiators are free? I've achieved what I came back to Felena to do. Still, I have mixed emotions about dismantling the gladiator system through war. Many have already suffered great misery, but now they're being forced to sacrifice even more.
Nakula is very single-minded. Like, he's just here to carry out his Inigo Montoya mission. So, he wouldn't be anywhere but keeping his eye on Sagiri.
Is Suzuki all over Belcoot again tonight?
I don't know if there's anything of use over here, but... Whoops. Wouldn't it be funny if the Killy scene triggered here? Oh, I'm so mad that we missed Killy. Alright, so I think we've been everywhere. Except for this floor down here, which is a substantial amount of stuff, but we're nearly done.
I came all the way to help, but they told me to scram. I guess I was nibbling too much. But it was just so good. A hungry girl like me couldn't help herself.
You enjoy her more than Vicky Vicky? Because the character I was alluding to finding kind of annoying is that character. Because she does that stupid line every time you teleport. And, like, it doesn't get funnier. I don't know if they did it to, like, disguise the loading time or something, but I hate having to forward through her line on either side of the teleport, and it's making me not like her as a character.
It's not a matter of whether you're going to win, it's a matter of what comes afterward. The nobles in the Queendom's army are in disarray. Rebuilding the nation will require great tenacity. With all the capable people that have gathered here, things might just turn out better than I expected.
Maybe the island nation should think about the implications of maintaining rune cannons.
I wanted to be the one who made your meal, Prince. I may not look like it, but I'm actually quite a good cook. After all, the way to a man's money is through his stomach. I'm usually not much help around here, so I wanted to help prepare the food for tomorrow's campaign.
I must make every effort to ensure that enough food is prepared. Everyone must be well fed for the coming battle. Don't worry about me being overworked. I'm a chef, not a warrior. This is my contribution to your cause, Prince.
I'm also, speaking of chefs, I find it a little strange that the cooking battle is exactly the same as Suikoden 2's cooking battle, except not as fun. And I'm not quite sure what makes it not as fun. Aside from the fact that you just, like, there's no recipe plus condiment thing, which is, I don't know. Something about it feels like it's missing something.
I'm gonna help my dad all night. We're preparing fishies like you've never seen before. Sleepy? No, I'm not sleepy, silly.
Oh, I guess, we missed a Do-Re-Mi elf, but who cares?
My orchestra has staged a successful comeback. Still, I wonder if I should be satisfied with where we are right now. No! No, no! No, no, no! There must be more. There must be some new horizon that mere mediocrities could never even imagine.
They are, but they're not really, because there's a character gated behind them. So, these. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the cooking battles. Yeah, at least they're optional. I don't remember where the last one is. We never stumbled across it. There definitely is. Because the Baba says there is. Like, the character's description is literally keep doing the cooking battles and you'll find her.
I know you're faced with circumstances beyond your...
That's not his voice. God, what was his voice?
I know you're faced with circumstances beyond your control, Your Highness, but war is a fundamentally immoral act. I can only hope this will be the end to end all the carnage. Or this will be the end to all the carnage.
I can't read today either. Ugh. Alright, so we've already done this. We just haven't been over on the other side, I guess. Oh, we haven't been to the gear room.
I don't mind Lou helping the professor out, but I haven't been getting anywhere with my own work. Now I spend all my time cleaning up after her. Huh? Should I just tell her that? No, Lou's not the type to listen well. In fact, she's not the type to listen at all.
No, I haven't talked to Leon yet.
Don't bother me. Don't bother me. Can't you see I'm busy? Talk to apprentice number 1 if you need something, Now, why did I start calling him apprentice number 1? Let's see. When the second apprentice came, I started calling them number 1 and number 2 to tell them apart. Yeah, hey, where did apprentice number 2 go anyway? Who cares? Gears are all that matter.
That seems like it should be Babbage's line.
What is it? Yes, I know you're going off to battle. These gears are far more important to me. Now go away.
Hi, Skylar. You didn't have a stream today, and I was actually home and everything. Well, it's not so much that I'm picking it apart for flaws, it's just that, you know... I mean, as I've said, like at this point in my playthrough, if I ranked it among the Suikoden games, it would be like 4th.
Prince.
Hey, visiting hours are over, you know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I would hope for it to be in like the top half.
Well, normally they would be, but I'll make an exception tonight.
It just sort of feels like the development got... They overextended themselves with all of the stretch goals. And so all of these things that they stuck in the game aren't really very well implemented.
We can continue our conversation later, Leon.
Okay, Dr. Silva.
I guess I'll go check on my other patients.
Who don't seem to be in this room.
Hey, Leon. How you doing, sweetie? Oh man, the prince is here too. Stupid prince, always butting in on my game. Always messing up everything. Hey, watch it. What are you doing?
Visiting hours are over. Get back to your room and go to sleep.
So you're enjoying it, Wanderwell? I agree, it is fun and charming. They're just... I don't know. We'll see how I feel after I've seen more of the plot. Because as I've said, I've been being very meticulous in my playthrough. So I haven't actually made that much plot progress.
Hey, let me go! I said let me go, you old bag! Why does the prince get to visit? It's no fair! No fair! I wonder what Roy wanted. He sure is hard to figure sometimes.
So... it's almost time. Prince, tomorrow we can... we can finally save the princess, right? Well, I guess you'd better get some sleep. Tomorrow's a big day. Good night, Prince.
One thing I will say is that recruitment feels a little more onerous than it does in a lot of the Suikoden games. In the sense that, like, there are a lot of fetch quests for people, and some of them, like, require drops that are hard to get. And, you know, Suikoden also has its annoying characters, and I guess once you've played them enough times, you just remember how to deal with it. But, like, it took me over an hour to get the eggs that I needed for the girl who builds the racetrack, and, like, come on. Hello, LSD and Raiders. So, it took you a little longer than you thought to finish Rhapsody 2, eh?
When I was a younger man, all I thought about was being a good queen's knight. I didn't pay attention to anything else. And I put Silva through hell because of it. Come to think of it, nothing much has changed.
Yeah, we're talking about not those kinds of eggs. Well, those kinds of eggs, but not those kinds of eggs.
Well, I suppose it's no use keeping it a secret now. I was married to Galleon some 20 years ago, that's all. Now off with you. There's nothing more to tell.
Well, we got stuck with an ad, but I'll give LSD a shout out. It did help. I started finding them faster. What was really frustrating is I had thrown a couple of them out early in the game because I didn't know I would need them. Kept only the ones that were the better version. So I had to start from scratch because it's forever before you get storage. And I just had to make a call. But yeah, even with the increased drop rate, it still took a long time. But it's fine. Like, next time I'll know and be prepared. But lots of people need you to break... Okay, so the guy who makes you gather 10 iron ores, but you can't go back to the castle ever while you're gathering them because he takes them all out of your bag, and you can't get them back. Which is nutty. That was a poor design choice. I mean, it's kind of easy. I mean, it just takes a while. And you have to not go back to the castle at all while you're doing it. I mean, I don't know of any place that has, like... Alright, well, sorry. What was the 2000s? They didn't know any better. No, LSD, I'm talking about Aiden. There's a lot of, like, early 2000s game design stuff going on.
Seems like there's no escaping Nethergate, even after it was disbanded. Damn it, killing her wouldn't settle the score with Nethergate.
Like, I'm overall enjoying it, but there are a lot of nits to pick. That's all.
Good night.
I've got a lot of work left, but I think I'll call it a day. It's okay. I'll leave the rest for when I return from Sulphalena. That way we'll have to come back here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the only one left. What a pain. Your Highness, how about using my business card as a good luck charm? Does it work? Of course it does. It gives you peace of mind.
I definitely recommend that you wait until they patch it more, because I hope they do. Because the auto battle system... Well, so when I started playing it, the auto battle system did not work at all. They have since patched it once, and it works a little better. But it still doesn't work correctly. So, possibly if you wait longer, it'll be fixed. I don't know. I would say that's probably my biggest gripe, because it's this sort of the thing that, like, is constantly in your face.
Hey, Prince, I'm thinking about doing business with Armies when the war's over. Traders speak a universal language. Before you know it, we'll have friendly relations with Armies, too. Just watch. My grandfather's big ol' abacus isn't just a decoration. I've been listening to the soldier gossip ever since I set up shop here. They're my customers, after all. Selling whatever armor I happen to have on hand just won't cut it anymore. I'd like to get involved in the manufacturing process by teaming up with craftsmen.
All right, I think we have actually spoken with everyone at this point. Except for... Lucerina, but I don't know where she is. Yep, let's turn in.
As you wish. Pleasant dreams, Your Highness.
But, I mean, it's not that I certainly don't want to be overly critical of this game. It's just that I want it to be... I mean, that's the trouble. You can never put the lightning back in the bottle. It's sort of the same feeling as when they brought Arrested Development back. But Eiyuden is more successful than Arrested Development Season 4.
No one has taken up your offer to leave the castle, my lady. Really? I must say that I'm impressed. The Sun Rune hasn't been used in any of the battles thus far. It seems that everyone believes that only a legitimate Queen of Falena can use it. Some say they're more worried about the Twilight Rune. Runes aren't the problem. Lady Xyleeds is. I'm worried that we may be playing right into their hands. What do you mean, my lady? Oh, nothing. Lele, we should both start getting some rest soon. We wouldn't want to start botching crucial decisions just because we're fatigued. Understood, but you wouldn't mind staying up just a little longer, would you, my lady?
No, I think it's the right decision to wait. Because I do hope they patch it more. There were a couple of big bugs that I, thankfully, because I waited about a week to play, didn't run into. Initially, one character was bugged, so if you talk to her before you're meant to talk to her, she becomes permanently unrecruitable. But they did fix it. Alright, so I guess... Well, let's see. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck me. Well, luckily we didn't do anything, really. It was just talking to people. But, yeah, the emulator crashed. Alright, let's bring it back. Uh-oh. It's not coming back. Oh, I hope this doesn't mean I have to restart my computer. That would be very bad. Let's see if the process is still running and I just need to get rid of it. Doesn't look like it. Oh, fuck you. Alright, well... I don't think I can get the emulator back without restarting my computer. Yeah, the emulator crashed. And it won't come back. So the only way to bring it back will be to do a restart, which means I'm going to have to stop the stream. So, I mean, luckily we didn't do anything really, so there was no progress lost. It was just talking to everybody in the night before the final battle. So I'm going to take however long it takes to restart the computer and bring everything back, and then we'll be back in probably like 5 minutes. So feel free to continue hanging out and chat in the meantime. Sorry about this, everybody. That really sucks. All right.